Okay. I, Albert Moen, do promise that the testimony I'm coming to give to the TRC of Liberia is the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Please be seated.
Yeah.
Albert.
Yes.
Good evening and welcome.
Thank you very much.
We thank you for coming, for leaving your busy schedule to come and identify with the TRC process. We feel it is the obligation of every good citizen to contribute as much as possible to reconciliation in our country. That's why we appreciate it when you come.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I want to introduce commissioners here present to you. Sitting right at my left is Commissioner Washington, Massa Washington. And immediately at my right is Commissioner Gedeh Dorople. Next to her is Gerald Coleman. Next to him is Umu Sila. And then lastly we have Commissioner Sheikh Kafuma Kone. I am Jerome Fredier.
Okay.
Can you kindly repeat your name again?
I am Albert Boleke Moen, because Boleke is my middle name.
Boleke?
Yeah, Boleke Moen.
Moen.
Can you kindly tell us your date of birth?
I was born May 12, 1968.
You live here in Swedru?
No, I live in South Boston.
Which district is that?
Boston Territory District, Gedeh County. It is in Gedeh.
What's your vocation, your occupation currently?
Personally, I work with the statutory superintendent
As what?
as special assistant.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
may proceed here.
Okay. Before telling my story, I would like to recommend a request to the TRC to make it possible so that they can try to reach our end. You see, because the statement taker did not reach our area, they only stopped in Gage Town. And the area I'm from, there are a lot of things that were done there during the war. And so there's a need that the TRC reach there. Because other people couldn't afford the transportation to reach on the side. Because from where I'm coming from, I pay $450 to come and $450 to go back. So that the request I have.
Okay, your area is in Boston, you say? Boston Statutory District?
Yes, if you get to Zlatan, there's a road leading on your right. When you're coming from Monrovia, you go inside.
Coming from Monrovia is on the right side.
Yeah.
Before you get to Zlatan.
In Zlatan, right to the gas station.
Oh.
Setting shop there, OGK shop.
It's the other side.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks for the recommendation. Okay. I think you are right, and because of limitation of resources and other things, the statement takers and the coordinator were selective in where to go. I'm sorry it happened that way, and we take that into consideration. The process is not over yet, and there are some places I'm very certain we will send statement takers. Okay. So thank you.
All right. Thank you too.
Okay.
I am about to relate my story. Sometime in November 1991, we were in Zaza Town, Boston Territory District, Gedeh County. But Zaza Town falls within Bo and Plo sub-administrative district. So after the burn, our town, or my town in Kwewo, we ran away to Zaza Town. And so in November of 1991, NPFL rebel attacked that particular town, the Zaza Town now. So when they attacked there, they didn't kill anyone. So from there, they asked us to leave the village and go in the town. According to them, they said that Charles Taylor told them not to kill anyone, but to carry everybody in Nima. So after we were captured, we went, and the commander at the time, they called him Bopley. One General Bopley. He was leading the NPFL troop to that end. And so when we got there, they asked us, they said, who can read and write among you? And to be frank with you is that the people that went there to arrest us, I knew most of them because I grew up in Tabeta, and the majority of them were from Tabeta. Some of them were my schoolmates. So when they asked the question, I never wanted to show myself up because the Crown people were targeted. But then later on, Bopley and one other guy they called Basser, you know, they recognized me and they say, oh, I was so you trying to hire yourself, looking for somebody that can read and write, and you're trying to hire. So from there, they embraced me, and I was surprised. So they told me to sit down with them. I sat down with them. They gave me the notebook, and they told me to list everybody that they captured in the village. So I did that. From there, then Bopley said I should go with them in Nima, in Doublestan. So I told them that I was not in a position to go. You see, then he said, my man, I want you to go so you can be S1, battalion S1 for us. So from there, I insisted. But then Basser called me on the side and told me that, my man, you got to agree with the people. You know that wartime. And you know, he started convincing me. So he told me if I go, I should run away. And you know, he put me on my guideline. But then the time they captured her, my mother was with me, my little brother, my brother fiancé, and my other fiancé. So my brother, they call him Thomas Moen. And my other fiancé, they call Bayo Keke, the Bassa girl I took from Tabeta at the time. And one Helena Jaw, who also my brother fiancé. So after that, the people told us to carry their load to Ziantan in Bo. From Zaza village to Ziantan, about 5 hours walk. So when we were going, after we carried those load, then my brother, fiancé, myself, and my fiancé, we ran away. So when we ran away, we came to Bazon, my hometown in Kwewo. So one AFL soldier, they call Mose Dawayubeye. He was the commander for the AFL soldiers that were in Bazon. At the time, William Go had already left the place. So Mose Beye asked me, I explained to him. Then the other soldiers came, the other recruit, because he was the only recognized soldier I knew. But all the other people, they were recruits. So one David Tojda came and said that they should kill us, the 4 of us that came from Bo, accusing us that we joined rebel. So I told them I didn't join rebel, but I escaped from rebel. You see, then Mose Beye, who was the commander for them, told them, say, It is time for us to celebrate, not time for us to accuse anybody. Because the people were captured by the Guild people and they freed them. So no need for us to say we kill them or we do any other thing to them. So Tojda said, my father should pay $900 and one cow. And my father begged him and paid $900 and told him to forget about the cow. But then later on they killed the cow. You see. So from there, they free us. Then they seen, 1992, March 10. Then the rebel attacked Bazon. They enter our village. Early in the morning, my brother went to the toilet, Thomas Moore, and he went in the toilet while we were still sleeping. And the rebel came, they surrounded the whole village and captured him again. So he said, that rebel. Everybody started running. But then the people that were slow in going, NPFL rebel captured them again. More than 15 to 20 persons in the village, headed by the same commander, Boapley. So he went there and told the people, say, I'm not here to kill, but I came to take you from the bushes and carry you in Nema. You see. So the people were afraid. Within that process, David Tojda came with a man and attacked the rebel. So all the people scattered. You see. Through all that firing, the rebel didn't fire. Only the government soldier fired at the time. And nobody got killed. David Tojda killed one other man they call Terror. Only Terror got killed. But no civilian were killed in a village. So after that, the people ran away, they left my brother too. The next day, when we go low, the same soldier came by, they said, we told you where one that these people here, they are rebel, Monkey, and you say, we're not kill them. So they went and hit the commander with a gun butt, and two of his teeth dropped from his mouth. The most that were you, but yeah, he stayed alive in Jawadi. You see. So the man too, he fell on the ground, he was helpless, they started beating him. From there, they took all on the base where they called Troubadour. Then they tied my brother. Only our women, they didn't touch. They told our women to cook for them, to braid wool, and to do other things for them. So from there, I was the first they beat. After beating me, I was helpless, in fact, I fainted and all. From there, before they start beating my brother with a catcher bell. And before giving the order to beat us, he told one Philip Dayan, who is president in Jawdi now, to beat us, and Philip Dayan refused. Then he told one Nimle, Jackson Nimle, to beat us, and Jackson Nimle too refused. So he told my cousin, Ellis Gabo. Then he the one was brave and started beating us. The Hakan, the Kadri Bell, hit my brother private part, and he died on the spot in the presence of my father. So after his death, when we were crying, he said nobody should cry. If anyone cry, you are going to kill the person. You see. So the Hakan, we all kept quiet. They went, they buried him. From there, over there, my father escaped, leaving me with the soldier. Out of frustration, he went to the Ivory Coast. There he died. I think 1 year later, he died. And my mother too, after 3 years, she died. So that was the story. From there, then the commander told me I should join them. I refused. So in the night, I was trying to escape to go Ivory Coast. When we fell in another ambush, we were about almost 28 going to Ivory Coast to cross through Doistan to get to Ivory Coast. while approaching the motor road, rebel opened fire on us. So they killed 4 persons from among us. I ran away again, and I went back in the town. My fiancée was in the bush for 1 week. Bullet hit her. I told her to come, but because of transportation, I don't know whether she will be here today or when she will be coming. But I told her to come. You can see the mark stay here on her ear. You see. So from there, when I went back, our force told that I should join them. I said, okay, the government forces now. I went, I joined them. From there, told that he used to put people on trial. So Kanasibwe, the late Kanasibwe, who was a commander here for 3rd Jungle Care Brigade, ordered his arrest for putting people on trial. He refused, and they killed him. So that how can a commander too die? They told that man now. That how can he die? But Ellis Gabo, since 1994, he called me and he told me that he was sorry for what happened, but it was because of order given him by the commander, David Tujda. So I said, okay, you see. But actually, I never wanted to come. My sister said, even if you reconcile with your cousin, there's a need that you go to the TRC so that you can talk it publicly for everybody to hear it. This is why I came. That's the end of my story.
Thank you.
Okay.
And sorry for the death of your relatives, your father, your mother, because I think it was a chain effect. After your brother died, they all just gave up. And we want to admire your courage in coming to tell the TRC. Like your sister said, even if you have forgiven them, it helps when you come in this national forum to see it and see you forgive them. Other people will hear and they will learn from your example and find a space in their hearts to forgive other people and find ways to reconcile. It will be recorded in history. After our work, the reports will be there. People will read it, people will learn from it, and then it will help us in making the kind of sound recommendations we need to make so that government can pursue them, implement them, and help to sustain the peace in Liberia. So I want to tell you thank you very much and have our sympathy again for the loss of your relatives. Okay. Commissioners will ask you a couple of questions. To start with, can you describe Alex Gambo?
Alex Gabo is my cousin, my first cousin.
He gave Doja the instructions to do the killing.
No, Toja is a commander that gave Alex Gabo the instruction.
Oh, okay. Toja gave Alex the instruction.
Yeah.
I want you to describe Alex for me.
I should describe him?
Yeah.
Well, he's tall with long teeth. And he's not too bright. Yeah, light skin.
Dana Malatu da light skin?
Eh?
Ina Malatu he light skin?
No. He and I get the same color anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he's your cousin?
Yes, my first cousin. That my mother, bigger brother's son.
Okay, Sheikh.
You said what was the last name of Alex?
Alex Giabo.
Thank you very much. And we want to express our sorrow for the death of your parents and family. In testifying, you told us that the perpetrator, the main person who did the act, was also killed. So he is dead now. But that death is not the end to it. It could have been better for him to be alive and come to you to repent first to God and to seek your pardon. Now he has to face the judgment seat of God, which is highest than any other court. So we say, never mind. May God continue to protect you. He protected you during the war. He saved your life not because you were smart or clever, but because God wanted you and still wants you to live, and not only to tell the story today, but also to be grateful to him. I hope that in the post-war era, you will go beyond farming, as you have said, recognize God as your creator, and worship him wholeheartedly. Thank you. May God bless you.
Okay.
Albert,
Yes.
thank you for coming to the TRC. I will say sorry for what happened to your brother. Your cousin Alex, where is he now?
He's in Boston.
He's in Basel.
Yeah.
And you say he came to you after the war and said he was sorry.
It was not after the war. He came to me and appealed 1994. The war was still going on. When he appealed to me that he was sorry because the thing happened in 1992, that when my brother got killed. So 2004, he apologized to me to forget about everything. So I said, okay.
But you said other people were there as well who refused and they were not related to you.
Yes, there were a lot of people, two persons, Philip and Nimley, they refused to beat us.
But prior to that war, did you have any problem with him?
No. I never had any problem with him. But according to him, he said, the army rule, it is always good to obey order. And whereas you are not even enlisted man in the army.
Now the commander, David, you know where David is now?
David is dead.
David is there.
Yeah.
But you talk about putting people on the dryer.
Yeah, that David was doing that one. That when Kanasibwe got first, the commander that was in Zwedru here, he didn't want order arrest and he refused. So that how come they kill him?
Could you explain that a little bit? Because I'm not really understanding how.
Okay, David told that was a commander in LPC. So Kanasibwe was a overall commander for 3rd Jungle Care Brigade. And David told that our battalion commander. So there were a lot of complaints coming to Kanasibwe regarding this fellow. He used to put people on dryer and say that they are witchcraft. You see? So every time he used to do it.
So you mean they'll take him up here and put him up here on the fish?
Living story, I'm telling you, there are some people, even in town here, that can attest to it. Living story. Put people on dryer, some of them died. This is why I said the TRC should try and go in Boston because he did it to more people there. Even when they see you with Pankana, they will kill you. They see you with Pankana or they kill you. According to them, they say that the law, Pankana oil, Pankana and pumpkin, if you touch it, it means that you want for Chatela rebel to go against them or to overpower them. So that's what they used to do.
Now, and When they asked you to start working for the rebels, and then you later ran away from Nimba, came back, right?
I was in Nima, and you know, I grew up there and I was going to school. So 1989, December 24th, after we heard on the air that dissident attack and Obutu or where, that when I ran away, I came back in my own town in Boston. I left from Nima and I came to Boston. And I was then throughout.
Yeah, I mean, when they took you from here now to be doing registration for them.
Yeah, after our capture in Zaza town, they asked me to go to Nima.
Yeah.
You see, and I refused.
Oh, so you didn't go with them?
I didn't go. Only the law I carried to Zianta. It was not in Nima because the boundary between Nima and Grand Gedeh access to. So when we reached to Zianta, that when the four all ran away, we put a load down and we ran away.
Okay. Now you say your father is no longer alive, your mother is no longer alive. Do you have any other relatives because your brother too died from the beating?
Yes, I have relatives. I have my sister, my two sisters in Monrovia, and my uncle in Boston.
Thank you for coming. Eh?
Okay, ma'am.
Hello, Albert.
Hello.
And thank you for sharing your story with us. I'm just trying to understand one thing. It seems that your story is saying that first you were captured or by NPFL. They wanted to carry you out to Nimba, right?
Right.
But somehow you were able to escape. Or you didn't go.
No.
Okay. Then when did LPC come? They came 2-3 years later? Or this was around the same time that the NPFL wanted to carry you?
Okay. NPFL, after they asked me to go with them, at the time, Ulimo were also there. And at first, they come to me, David told that man, he formed part of the Ulimo. Because at the time, they never formed an LPC. But then, within that process too, LPC too came in, according to him, because we were not on his side when he came. He said he was LPC fighter, you see. So that how come, when we ran away, we came to Barcelona, we were arrested, you see. And the most that I'm talking about, he was staff sergeant in the army. He was also assigned in Tapeta. During the time I was going to school in Tapeta. So he asked a fellow man to release me, and they said no. That's why he too, they hit him with a gun pot. If you people are going there, you are going to get the same story that I'm giving you. Because up to present, he lost 2 teeth already. He must stay empty that.
Thank you. And the NPFL head at that time was called General Buttill? Who was Buttill?
Say that again?
The general for the NPFL at that time, who wanted you all to go with them?
They call him Bopley. Bopley.
Okay.
Yeah, Bopley.
Okay. Okay, thank you for now.
Okay.
Abba, thank you for coming to the TRC. And my sympathy for the death of your brother. The load you were caring for them, what were in the load? What kind of load?
I was towing goat for them. My brother and myself were towing goat. And our 2 women were towing rags. The rags that they towed them to pound. That the clean rags they were carrying.
That one bag each they were carrying?
No, not bag. I can't lie on them. Not bag. The load that they were able. That's why they gave them to carry.
Okay. All right. But then when you joined them, how long you stay with them? Because finally you were forced to join them.
No, I didn't join them. The people that I joined, that were my own people now, the government people. When I came to Boston, that time David told that say I should join them. But NPFL rebel told me to join them to go to Nima, and I said no. So why escorting them? Because one of my men told me, say, I should agree. You see? So why escorting them? When we reached to Zianta in Bo, the Haka ran away. Yeah. But I didn't join them.
When you came back to Bazon, you joined AFL.
When I came back to Bazon, after my brother was killed, then the commander asked me to join them. You see?
That
then I said
AFL.
no. Yeah, that the AFL now. But they were not real AFL, they were recruits. Only one AFL soldier were among them. Who is a Moses? He was a star sergeant. You see? So while trying to escape now to go to Ivory Coast, then we fall in the ambush, they killed 4 persons in front among us. They are retreated. I came back to Bazon. Now how can I was forced now to be with them? The David Tojda group now.
Okay, so how long you stay with David Tojda then?
David Tojda, it was in the 1994, and he died 1995. I think some months.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
few months.
The people he used to put on the dryer, he used to kill them first before he put them on the dryer, or?
No, they can be alive. They can accuse them because according to them, they say when they go on the front line, they can die. Most of the soldiers can die. So they accuse somebody as a witchcraft. So they want them to confess. You see? So they put them on the dryer in order for them to confess. They were torturing them.
So they die?
Yes.
How the dryer looking?
I think about their height.
That the horse dryer you talking about, or rare dryer where they can dry meat on?
Rare dryer where they can dry meat on. That the dryer they build and they pour fire on it in order for you to confess.
So how many people you think they kill like this?
Okay, with my own eyes, I saw 2 persons. 2 persons.
Okay. And you say your brother's wife, where is she?
My brother's wife is in Boston. I am taking care of her now. After the death of my brother, my mother asked me so that she can be with me because my brother had child by her. So she joined my wife bio, and now I'm having 2 wives. Yeah.
Is that one was alright for you?
Well,
so she got children for you now?
Yeah, she got 2 children for me, plus my brother 1 child at 3. She having now.
Your brother child, that girl, that boy?
For my brother child, that girl.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you, yeah?
Okay.
Mr. Moe, thank you very much for coming.
Okay.
And I apologize for the unfortunate death of your brother, and then subsequently your parents, your father and mother, as a result of the grief. So my heart goes out to you. Okay. And congratulations on keeping your brother's dream alive. You got his wife and his daughter. Keeping it all in the family. Somebody just said our culture used to be simple, now the white man complicated it for us. Okay. I will ask you 1 or 2 questions for clarification. You spoke of one general, Bople.
Ball play. Yes.
Okay. You said when they got in your village and when they captured you, they were asking for someone from the group who could read and write.
Yes.
Okay. And then once they recognized you, they pulled you out. They asked you to find a notebook and a pen or pencil and list down every body in the village that they had captured. How many people you think you listed? You wrote on that list?
We're plenty of them.
More than 10, more than 20?
More than 20.
More than 20.
Yeah.
And these people in the village, they included women and children, older people, sick people, handicapped as well?
No handicap, no sick person, but children, men, women.
Okay. My next question is, After you made this list, you give it to them.
Yes, I give it to them.
What did they do with the list? What did they want to do with the list?
Okay, the list, according to them, they said because they had some monitors among them, there were people who were there to watch them, whether they will treat people bad. Because certain time came, tell us say nobody should kill anyone, you see. So after getting the list, they told us that we should go Nima. Nima are going to be all right for us because in Nima they were providing food and everything. At the time that the former president, Moses Blah, was a commander there.
Excuse me, can you repeat that?
The former president, Moses Blah.
Moses Blah was the commander there.
Yeah, he was a commander in Dobostan.
At the same time of this incident you're explaining, he
Yes.
was not in that town, but he was like the commander in the area.
What?
I just need some clarification. You said the former president,
Yeah.
Moses Blah, was the commander then
Yeah.
in this town. Can you call that town name again?
Dobostan.
Dobos town. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you please continue? Can you continue?
Yeah, what was your question again? Oh, to do, I mean, the list.
Yeah, the list.
Okay, so according to them, they said they wanted to get a list so that they can take everybody in Nima for protection. That was the purpose for requesting for the list.
Okay.
Or to ask for somebody who could read and write.
Okay, so after they recorded everybody on the list, did they take everybody with them to Nimba?
One of the four of us ran away. The rest went to Nima. But then later on, some of them came back to live to where they were living. And they were protected or they were under rebel control now.
Okay, and what was the story? You said some of them came back.
But
Others
the people
didn't
that
come
came
back.
back,
What happened to the people who didn't come back? Do you know?
the people that came back, according to them, they say they came back to make farm. And some of them, up to now, they are still, in fact, all the other they captured beside my mother, because my father was not among beside my mother, my brother. Like only two persons that died. But all the other people stay alive.
So even some of the other people who didn't come from Nimba with the first group, you think they all came back and they are alive?
Yes, they are alive, and they are in Basel.
Okay. You also mentioned one Moses Peye.
Yeah.
Moses Peye. You said he is still alive and he is currently living somewhere. I didn't get the name of that place. Can you call that place name for me?
It's in Jawdi.
Jawuli.
Yeah.
Is it in Grand Gedeh or?
Jawdi is in Basel. That is territory electoral district number 1. That is headquarters, Jawdi.
Do you know how to spell it? Can you spell it for us?
Yeah.
Can you please spell it?
JARWODEE.
Okay. Jawudi, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what he's doing there now?
He's making farm. Unless after a certain time when they call for the army people to go Monrovia, he go there, he get lay something, come back and make farm.
Have you guys ever met after all of this? You ever saw him again? Does he still know you?
Oh, Mose Boya?
Yeah.
Oh, he and I do everything in common because I'm working in Jawdi. I can
Okay.
leave from Kwewo, which is about 1 hour, 10-minute walk, and come to work in Jawdi, the district seat. And I always meeting him.
And he was one of those who were with a group that captured the people from the village and they beat your brother up?
No,
Just
no,
clarify.
no.
Okay,
No,
I
he
want
was
to know
not
his-
part of. He was
I
not
want to
part
know
of.
his exact role. What role did he play?
Mose Boya was a commander in Basel.
Okay.
So after we ran away, when we came,
Excuse me, which commander? Which one
commander
of the
for
group?
the army people now, for the AFL group.
Okay.
He Mose Boya. And he told the people for them to leave us.
Oh, okay. So in other words, he didn't hurt anybody.
He didn't hurt anybody. Instead, he the one got hurt by the people,
Okay.
by his own soldier.
Okay, I just needed a clarification. Now, I want to understand the relationship with Alex. I know you say he's your first cousin.
My cousin, yes.
Yeah, he's your first cousin. I didn't understand too very clearly why his role he was playing when he beat your brother up. You said, did he come with the fighters that came to the village, or he was one of you that they had captured and they were instructing people to beat your brother up, and other people said no, but then he went ahead and did it? I just need to understand his role. What was he? Was he one of the civilians, or he came with the rebels, or he was with the AFL?
Who,
Your cousin,
Eric Gabo?
Your
He with
cousin
the AFL,
Alex,
yeah.
he was with the AFL.
Yes.
What year was this again?
What year?
Yes.
It was he joined 1991.
No, at the time the incident took place, what year was that?
Oh, 92.
1992. Okay.
Yeah, 92.
And the AFL was still in charge of that area.
Yeah.
So the NPFL rebels had not come there yet.
No, NPFL rebel used to go there when they fight and then they come back.
Oh,
because
okay.
Boston, they didn't surrender to NPFL.
Okay. All right. Okay, so he was with these AFL soldiers who
Yes.
came there. So all this thing that happened was done by AFL soldiers.
Yes.
The beating of your brother to death and all of that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Thank you very much. I need a clarification.
Okay.
Okay. Was he an AFL soldier before the war, or he was just one of the recruits during the war?
You were just a recruit. You didn't go anywhere to train.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your experience when you were forced to hang out with the AFL rebels as a recruit.
Yeah,
What-
my experience?
Yeah, what was the experience with them? What were some of the things that they did, or what were some of the things that you had to do? You know, I just want to understand.
Okay. After they told me to join them, they make me with the battalion S1. According to them, the function of the S1 is to see to it that you give soldier pass whenever they want to go somewhere. That was the tasks they gave me to perform, and that's what I was doing.
Okay, so in other words, you were quote unquote in the office doing paperwork, more or less. I mean, if you had an office, you would have been there doing paperwork
Yeah, okay, yes.
because you were educated. So they didn't force you to go on a battlefront with them.
No.
You didn't have to do any training with weapons,
No,
and you didn't have to hurt anybody.
no,
You didn't hurt anybody.
no.
Okay. Thank
The
you.
records are there. There are a lot of people in Boston, they will even explain a lot of things.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am.
Abo?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to ask you one question. You say your cousin is still in a village there, in Bason,
In a town,
in a town.
yeah.
Okay. And you say your sister said that despite the fact that you reconcile with him, you should still come to the TRC. So how you did the reconciliation?
Well, after killing my brother in 1994, he called me and called a few family members, killed chicken, and he brought pan one. He said, from today, I'm sorry about, and you know, the thing that I did. It was because the commander ordered me to do it. So I told him, no, commander, they didn't order you. Because there were two persons that commander ordered and they refused. So you should have done the same. You see, from there, a lot of people talked to me. I said, all right, I forgive you. So when the TRC business came about, I was feeling reluctant because I already reconciled with him. Then my sister said, no, you just have to go. Now, how can she told me to come before I'm here?
Okay, you then bring the story to us, and your first appeal to us was to go to your village. When we go to your village, do you want us to also talk to your cousin?
Yes.
Because already you're feeling reconciling. So what you expect us to do, if in case we come to your village?
Okay, what I want you to do is that, in fact, my sister told me, and you know, I see reason, because if I don't bring it publicly, who knows what will happen in the future. I don't want it to be repeated any longer, not even to me, but to any other person. So this is why I came. And so if you go there publicly, you can ask him, and you know, so that he can apologize again.
Okay, so you want a public reconciliation for him?
Very good. That's
Okay.
correct.
All right, thank you.
All right.
And that was very good of your sister to encourage you to come to the TRC. Because like we say, the TRC process doesn't give voice only to the people who live in, but it gives voice to the people who also die. Because things that happen to them, they didn't ask for those things to happen to them. And you know, they were not guilty of any crime, even if they were guilty of any crime. And you know, those were things that happened that we didn't ask for war to come to Liberia. So wherever it is, and you know, people need to know what happened to people in different places so that they are able to document them. And like you said, the reconciliation aspect is also our mandate. And so we bring closure to the whole thing, where you said like the future, you don't want it to be repeated again by him. So that anytime he wants to do it, he can be reminded that you even went to the public in front of the Liberian people and made a promise not to do it again. So we got your plea. Thank you.
Okay.
I want to go back to the dryer. I want you to be a little bit descriptive. Describe the dryer. And you say you witnessed 2 incidents.
Okay.
Just describe one, how it happened. How was the person immobilized before they would just lay there and then the fire would be put on them?
Okay, the dryer, they built in, and you know, and cross, stick in the center. Then they will put the person in the dryer, tie one hand so, tie one hand so, tie one foot so, and tie one foot so. You see, then you lay down flat like this. They put fire on it. And it start to burn you. So how do you shake? If you shake, and you know, there will be no way for you to move.
So the 2 cases you witnessed, those people died.
Yes.
They were burned
They died.
alive.
No, my brother was beating. He was not put on a dryer. He was beating with catch bell. He and myself.
But he died eventually.
Yeah.
And the other person was put on a dryer.
Yeah, 2 pressing.
2 persons, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 2
were
persons.
put on a dryer, tied, and then fire was put under them. And they stay on the dryer until they gave up their last breath.
Yeah, until the person died. That one died on the dryer instantly, but the other person was taken from the dryer, and after 2 days, the person too died.
And it was done publicly.
Publicly, it was not 1 or 2 persons. It was not even hitting. The district, the entire district, they know.
Aware. What else? What are some of the things? You said a lot of things happen and we need to go there. What are some of the things that happen in Bason? Just in summary
Okay,
form.
some of the things that happen in Bason, as I said earlier, when they see you with pankana, they will kill you.
They will kill you.
When they see you with pankana oil, they will kill you. When they see you with pumpkin, they will kill you. According to them, they say that a law. Because they went to medicine man told them, say, y'all shouldn't use these things. If y'all do it, y'all will not win a war. You see? So, instead of announcing it to the people, they didn't do it. They were only kept secretly. And besides that, some of them, even if they don't have pankana, if you don't have pankana, when they come to you, maybe you get kitchen food or rice. So they can still look for crime on you. They take the pankana, put it in your house, then later on they say, oh, we saw the man with pankana. You see? Then they kill you.
And then take your rice.
Even my workmate, they did it to his own father. They call him John Respect from Bo. You see? They kill him, chop him piece.
Oh.
So you never used to eat pan butter?
Say that again?
You never used to eat pan butter?
We can eat pan butter.
But then how you will manage with the pankana?
We throw it away.
Before they see it?
No, if they see the pankana itself, they can't bother you. Because they themselves can eat a panda. But if you break the pankana, okay, that's what they are talking about.
The inside of it. Okay.
Majority of them were what tribe?
Majority of them were Sapo people.
Sapo.
And the general that was controlling them, they call him Kiba Jason, but he too died now.
Did you say Gibson?
Kiba Dixon.
Kiba Dixon. AFL.
AFL 1990 recruit in Monrovia. For him, he was recruited in Monrovia.
He later joined LPC.
Who?
So who are responsible for the AFL or LPC?
You say who are responsible?
Yeah, when the people are alive.
Oh, they say who are responsible? Yeah, the LPC soldiers.
The LPC?
Yeah, LPC soldiers.
The new
But the
recruit?
LPC soldiers, they were the remnant of the national soldier who joined LPC. But then they were not too plenty. The national soldiers were not too plenty in LPC. They recruited other people to join them. You see?
Okay.
Yeah.
So when they finish burning that body, what they would do with it? They can just throw away or what?
When you die, they bury you. Also now they just chunk you, leave that other place for a certain time. When you get rotting, and then maybe before they go back there.
Okay, the reason why I asked that question is because in some other places, stories we've heard, they ate human being. And yeah. For you, you can't imagine it,
true.
but we got stories that they ate human being and they put them on dryer. They would kill them, cut their limbs, and put it on the dryer the same way. So I thought that what they were doing.
Yeah, they did that, but I didn't see anyone eating human being.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, man. Thank you very much.
Okay.
For being patient to wait for this time to share these very valuable experiences with us and make a plea on behalf of your people to the TRC. We hear all of that and we express sympathy to you and your family for all that you went through and for the great loss that you have experienced. And please take greetings back to your people that our sympathy also goes out to them for the terrible experiences they went through, and that we are considering the possibility of sending our people to visit. So I want to tell you thank you very much for all of this.
Okay.
Anything lastly you want to say before you leave?
Yes, the only thing that I want to say is what I told you earlier about visiting that area, because there are some other family members that can speak to one another. The nephew killing uncle, and so the uncle children who are alive, they are not satisfied with their nephew, you see, or maybe with their cousin. So these are the things that I expected the TRC to have, carry on so that they can comfort them, talk to them, so that they can reconcile with their nephew, because they are already happy. Yes.
Will it help if we come there tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Yeah, you can visit at any other time. Tomorrow.
People will be there, or people will. I'm talking about tomorrow as a commission.
Yeah, tomorrow myself. I wanted to go tomorrow, but I don't know how possible or how soon you people will be going.
Okay, we can talk that off the stage.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay.